performance from we're already down. So it just seems to be one of those things that if we can get a good start shooting the ball pretty well and go from there. We'll take a quick 30-second break as we get the starters, and we'll be right back to live action after this quick commercial. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
What does a scholarship mean to Montana Western students? It means getting an education without being burdened with debt. It means being thankful for the generosity of others in order to follow your dreams. It means paying it forward one day when you have the capacity to make a difference. Thank you for supporting scholarships, programs, and students at
10 seconds.
If you'd like to learn more about supporting Montana Western, contact Roxanne Engelant at 406-683-7305.
And welcome back to live basketball action. Thanks for joining us out there in Havre at QX 92.5 FM. And they're just about getting into the starters. Looks like we have a pretty decent little home crowd going on here. And the first starter they named from Northern is Colin Bakalarski. Bakalarski is a 6'3" senior guard out of Walla Walla Community College in Olalla, Washington. And not even sure what number 11 is. Maybe you can help me out with that, Sage.
It looks like McCadney. It's up here. He is number 23. Masco McCadney, a guard, 6'3" sophomore out of Detroit, Michigan.
He's wearing number 11.
And leading the team in scoring, 14.8.
They're trying to hide him then, huh?
Yeah, I don't. We'll see what number, because we got two different numbers here coming out.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the same. I think that's probably what we're talking about. On the other side of things, a little easier for us, Cedric Boone, Tanner Haverfield. Doing the point guard position, of course, is Colin Achenbach. And then number 24, Connor Burkhardt. And then, of course, Cooper Kidgel, number 30. So that'll be your Western starters. And yeah, I look forward to see what we got here, if we can find a way that we just match up better against this team, or if we're going to be real tenacious at home.
Yeah, Montana Western coming out in the grays. They have the black waistband, thick black right there. I'm a fan of the grays with the black lettering, and on the other side of things, MSU-Northern, they got the maroon with a nice lightning bolt type of yellow going up the side there with some white involved. Nice.
Cedric Crutchfield will be doing the jump. He's a 6'8" junior. He's out of Houston, Texas, but by way of Dakota College out of Botno. That's in North Dakota. So I'm guessing it's probably a military type thing is how we found out about it. Got recruited there. Looks very athletic, plus he's 6'8". So it'll be interesting to see how that matchup goes. He's jumping up against Burkhardt. And the ball goes up. Burkhardt with the win as it gets to Haverfield, over to Boone, and then back to Achenbach. Achenbach down the left side, so he gets to Burkhardt. Burkhardt to Kidgel. Kidgel gets into the paint. Kick out to Haverfield. Haverfield for three. Good. Nice shot from three.
Just like Coach drew it up, the drive from Kidgel, kicking it to a wide open Haverfield.
And bringing it up across the timeline is Devin Bray. He's been around there for quite some time. Good basketball player is Bray, a 5'10" junior out of Missoula. I think started as a freshman, if I'm not mistaken. And then Bakalarski gets it off to Bray. Bray gets to Dunsmore. Dunsmore gets it in, puts it up, and he's called for the travel.
And watch out for Dunsmore on the offensive end. He's a 6'6" senior out of Zillow, Washington. And this is a guy with touch. He can shoot the jumper pretty much from anywhere inside the three.
And they looks like they were looking to find a way to get him the basketball as well. They get it over to Burkhardt. Burkhardt hands off to Kidgel. Kidgel gets into the paint, puts it up off the glass, no good, gets knocked down, pulled down by Crutchfield. Crutchfield out, gets it out to McCadney. McCadney over to the right and into the corner to Bray. He puts it up and then into the corner. Shot goes up by Dunsmore, no good. Crutchfield knocks it around and finally gets it back to Northern. Shot goes up and it's good out of Devin Bray, the 5'10" junior out of Hellgate.
And hopefully for Montana Western's sake, you don't hear his name too much because he can get going from behind the three.
Colin Achenbach over to Haverfield. Haverfield with the fake and then gets Achenbach on the cut. And then back to Haverfield. Haverfield for three, front iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Bray. Bray brings it across the timeline, hands it off. And the left hand goes up, no good by McCadney. It looks like a jump ball. That should be Northern basketballs. They're going right to left on your dial.
Great job, Tanner Haverfield, in transition, coming up against McCadney and stopping that layup from going.
Inbound goes straight out to Bakalarski. Bakalarski to Dunsmore. Over to the left side to McCadney. McCadney shifts it back around the right side over to Dunsmore. Into the corner to Bray. Bray's going to get it to about free throw line. They get it down low to Crutchfield. He goes up a little too strong, gets his own.
And it looks like Montana Western wants the over the back. It's going to be tip out.
Crutchfield looks a little taller than 6'8", to be honest with you. Crutchfield with the basketball as he gets it inbound and back out to Bakalarski. Bakalarski to Dunsmore. Dunsmore over to the left side as he gets to McCadney. McCadney brings it back out up top. He's working on Boone. He brings it down the left side. Gets the screen from Crutchfield around the other side. Picked up by, he's picked up actually by Burkhart, but gets under him and able to score to make it 5-3 Northern. Basketball on the block as they're looking to get it out from Kidgel. Colin Achenbach puts up the three, back iron no good. Rebound's going to be pulled out of there by McCadney. McCadney's caught in the trap, so he'll pull it back around and restart the offense for the Lights. He'll get it over to Dunsmore. Dunsmore back on the right side, goes up off the glass, a little too strong. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Colin Achenbach. Achenbach to Boone. Boone with the nice look at a shot. Pulls up, drops the triple.
I think that's what Western's got to do. Get in transition, get the quick look, and right there, Cedric Boone knocking down the open three. There's another one who could shoot the lights out.
And bringing it up across the timeline is Bray. Bray on the right side, switch back to the left, kick back out to Bakalarski. They're going to get Boone for the reach on Bakalarski, and that'll be his first. 16:38 left in the half here on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Bulldogs lead 6-5. It looks like Kevin Bay and John Fawns checking in. More height, 6'6". Bay's 6'5". Bay out of Detroit, Michigan, Macomb Community College. Bray with the basketball as he moves it up and across the timeline. Works down the left side and gets back out up top by Bakalarski. Bakalarski gets to about free throw line to Bay. Bay with the handoff to McCadney, gets in the paint, puts it up, gets it to go.
And not hard to see why McCadney's leading the team in scoring. He's just very long for his 6'3" frame and great finisher inside.
Achenbach with the handoff, back to Boone on the Kidgel screen. Boone knocks down the triple, and all three of the buckets made by Western are triples. 16:04 left, 2 1/2. Western leads 9-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You check McCadney's.
At Jerry Wessels, West Wall Tire Center, when somebody needs their brake check, they check them for free. He is bald in the crew figure no matter how nice a set of tires they sell you might be. They're not worth much. They don't stop and you need them
I see what you're saying.
They'll come in and they'll check your brakes for free and play it straight about what they found and how much it will cost. 10 seconds. Jerry Wessels, West Wall Tire Center, doing the right thing since 1952. Call 683-8884.
Athletic.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from Stroud Gymnasium. University of Montana Western with the lead 9-7. Lights with the basketballs. They bring it up with Bray. He brings it across the timeline down the right side. He switches it back over to the top to Fawns. Fawns to Bolarski, to McCadney, to Bray. Bray tries to force it down low. Looks like it was last touch by Payne. Payne disagrees, but I think that's what the call was.
And Carter Kearns in the game. Had a great game last time he played here in Stroud Gymnasium.
Speaking of shooters, Adam Hughes checks in for the first time. They get it out to McCadney. McCadney gets it down low. Shot goes up and gets it to go by number 22, Kevin Bay. It's probably Kayvon, I would guess. K-A-V-O-N. Kayvon Bay. Kidgel gets into the paint, ball gets loose, gets knocked around, finally pulled out by Adam Hughes. He brings it across the timeline as he hands it off to McCadney. McCadney back out up top, And the handoff goes back to Bray. Bray looking for the screen, gets to about free throw line, gets it knocked away into the hands of Kidgel. Kidgel's going to go right after it, attacking it. Finally gets fouled.
And draws the foul, and then they fall almost on top of Kidgel, but looks like everybody's coming out okay.
Yeah, it was kind of a pile down there.
And I noticed that Adam Hughes looks to be running pretty gingerly. I don't know if it's left ankle.
Yeah, it looks like he just was trying to stretch it out.
Maybe hamstring or something, but clearly has a limp, and Adam Hughes has been one of their better shooters here in past years.
Kidgel gets the first one to go. DeRocher checks in. He checks in, I believe, for Achenbach, it looks like. Kidgel puts it up, no good. Rebound is going to be pulled down there by Kayvon Bay. He'll hand it off and bring it up and across the timeline was Bray. Bray's going to hand off to Hughes. Hughes is moving, but definitely gingerly. When they tried to work it down low, it's out of bounds off the hands of Kayvon Bay.
You can see Bay trying to take advantage of his 6'5" matchup with the smaller Carter Kearns, who's only 6'4", but it looks a little bit different than that.
Cedric Boone, he's going to get it over to the freshly checked in Carter Kearns. And they get it right back to Kearns on the pass play. He goes up strong, no good. Rebound pulled down by McCadney. McCadney to Bray, to Hughes. Hughes goes into the paint, hits it to Bay. Nice move by Bay. Kayvon Bay's got a little bit of skill himself.
Nice little jab step from Hughes, drive, drops fast, so he doesn't care about an ankle. He's getting that assist, and Bay with a nice finish.
Boone with the basketball as Northern takes the lead 11-10 on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. However, Boone changes it all with the triple from the left side to make it 13-11.
And Boone almost likes to shoot off the dribble contested more than he does wide open.
That's too true. 13:55 left into the half. Bray over to the left side to McCadney. McCadney looking definitely mismatched down low as DeRocher's trying to mix it up with Kayvon Bay as they get it to McCadney, who gets into the paint. Kick out to Bray. Bray for three, no good. And I think they're going to get Kayvon Bay.
Great job from Derek DeRocher, small guard playing against Kayvon Bay, 6'5", very thick 6'5", hustled around and drew the foul on the over-the-back call right there.
13:37 left in the half of the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Bulldogs lead 13-11. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Experience the high-octane fun at Sparky's Garage. Sparky's has an outstanding menu featuring their famous smoked barbecue, burgers, homemade soups, and salads. With a full bar, you can enjoy your favorite cocktail or enjoy a beer from their selection of 20 beers on tap and try your luck in their casino, all while relaxing among an incredible collection of classic memorabilia. Sparky's Garage is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week for your dining pleasure. Sparky's Garage in Dillon or at 222 East Park in historic Uptown View. Beaverhead Livestock Auction is a proud sponsor of all sports in southwest Montana. They take pride in being loyal supporters of kids of all ages. They're behind the Beavers, the Falcons, the Bears, the Panthers, and the Bulldogs. Give Beaverhead Livestock Auction a call today and have them help you market your cattle. 10 seconds. Livestock Auction just 5 miles south of Dillon. Call 683-2002.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Stroud Gymnasium. Western off to a pretty good start as they lead 13-11. And hitting good from deep right now.
Yeah, but
I'd like to see some on the block though.
Yeah, I agree. If you could get down, maybe draw a foul, or players like Kayvon Bay are going to be giving you troubles all game.
Troy Scott in the basketball game now for the Bulldogs. They work it to Payne. Payne brings it back, hands off to Boone. Boone dribble drive, gets into about 18th foot, puts it up, a little too strong, pops out, and wrestling around finally ends up in the hands of Northern. We have quite the crew in front of us in the boys' game, it's hard to see. And they get it over to McCadney into the corner. Shot goes up by Hughes, no good. Boone was able to get it off a tip. He brings it up across the timelines. He settles into the right side, back out to DeRocher. DeRocher up for three, and he knocks it down. DeRocher for three.
he'll hit the open three. Doesn't matter how deep. We really haven't seen him get to that yet this season, but looking forward to more of that.
One of the most decorated shooters in Choto history. A lot of players coming out of there. They come here now. Got 3 of them, right, on the roster?
Right here on our sideline.
Aren't they like the Sugar Beaters or something like that? Is that right?
What's that?
What's the name of their school? Are they the Sugar Beaters? Is that right?
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Definitely got to ask one of those.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
Boone to Scott. Scott is going to get it over to Kearns. Kearns goes down low to Payne. Payne working the block like we asked, and he comes in and out, no good. Great move, but doesn't get paid. Back comes Northern, down by 3. 12 minutes left in the half on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Ball in the hands of Adam Hughes. He's waiting for McCadney to come free. McCadney's got the basketball as he brings it back out up top. Gives it to Hughes, who's working on DeRocher. Back to McCadney on the right side into the corner as they work it down low to Bay. Bay puts it up, gets the hoop and the harm.
Kevon Bay showing that he has a little bit of touch there. You know, he can take the contact and hit that easy layup, but he can also hit the nice little floater right there.
Burkhart Haverfield. Payne checks out, as does Kearns.
I believe they're the Choto Bulldogs, actually.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's why he had to come in.
Chinook is the Sugar Beaters. That's right. I thought I knew most of them out there. That's a good one. I'm glad you're... So he's a Bulldog to a Bulldog?
Mm-hmm.
So Bay makes the extra. So we're all knotted up at 16 here at the Strow. Boone will bring it up and across the timeline. He's got it down the right side. Goes baseline. Puts it up soft. Front iron, no good. Rebound pulled out of the Kevon Bay. Bay gets it over to Hughes on the left side. Back out up top to McCadney to Bakalarski on the right side. Bakalarski fakes the shot and gets it over to Dunsmore. Dunsmore brings it back out and gives it to Hughes. Hughes working on Boone, works down the right side. He's going to kick it back out to the middle to Dunsmore. To the left side to Bakalarski to McCadney, who gets in the paint. Shows one way, goes the other, puts it up, no good. Troy Scott with the rebound. Clears it out to Boone. Boone across the timeline for the Bulldogs. Boone gets to about free throw line, kicks it out to Haverfield on the right side. Gives the fake, goes baseline, left hand, no good. And it's going to be pulled down by Kevon Bay. Bay back the other way. As they hand it off to Hughes. Hughes is across the timeline. Hughes going to take down the left side, working on, and hands it off to Bakalarski. Goes up with the baby hook, no good. Bare ball. Troy Scott with another board as he gets it right to about free throw line. Kick into the corner to Haverfield for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Northern and Hughes. Hughes will hand it off to Bakalarski and back to Hughes. Hughes will bring it across the timeline. 16-16 the count with 10:21 left in the half on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. McCadney over to the right side to Bakalarski. Back out up top to Dunsmore. Dunsmore to Hughes looking for the screen. Gets back over to the right side. Grab and shoot by Bakalarski. And it's going to be a rebound pulled down by Burkhart. Burkhart to Boone. Boone across the timeline. Boone on the right side. He's going to get to about free throw line. Kick over to Troy Scott. Troy Scott gets into the paint. Give and go to Haverfield. Haverfield baseline. Hits a nice scoop off the left hand. Off the glass.
Great pass from Troy Scott. We've seen 2 in a row right there. Troy Scott playing some great offensive basketball so far.
Comes in off the bench, couple of boards, couple assists, looking to get his scoring going. And with 9:44 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, 18-16. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Oh,
You have plenty to worry about when you're managing a business. Your employees are seeking more from the benefits package, and your budget may be tapped. When it comes to finding the right balance to achieve your objectives, it helps to have someone on your side. This is Alyssa Creighton from Payne West Insurance, and I will work with you personally to customize a 10 seconds plan that meets your needs as well as your budget. Call me today at 683-6881. Agent is independent of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana.
So welcome back to the Strow. Burkhart, Kidgel, DeRocher, Haverfield, and Achenbach on the floor for the Bulldogs. Dunsmore with the basketball as he gets it up top to Bray. Bray over to Hughes. Hughes with the hands off to Bakalarski, who goes left side, right hand reverse layup off the left side. Off the glass, good for 2 to knot it back up at 18. Well, there's nothing quite like a back-and-forth basketball game with a little bit of hemming and hawing, so to speak. As Kidgel gets into the paint, gives the fake, goes up strong, gets the hoop and the harm.
And Kidgel just gets scored on the possession before. You see him come back on the other end. Not happy with that. He goes right to the rim on a bigger Dunsmore. Draws the contact, doing what he does best, and one layup, Cooper Kidgel.
Leading scorer for the Bulldogs. Has in and out, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Crutchfield. Crutchfield's going to hand it off and go up and across the timeline. Ball's in the hands of Bray. Bray gets it over to Bakalarski for three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Crutchfield. He'll get it back out up top to Bray. Bray will restart the offense for the Lights. He'll work down the right side. Goes baseline, then kick over into the corner to Dunsmore. Dunsmore to the middle to Bakalarski, into the corner to Hughes. Hughes for three, and it's good.
And just great ball movement from Northern offensive side. Drive and kick from Bakalarski out to Hughes.
Lights now with the lead, 21-20, 8:29 left in the half in the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. They work it back out up top. DeRocher on the drive. DeRocher getting to Haverfield. Haverfield gets the screen, kicks it back out to Kidgel. Kidgel working the basketball as he gets into the paint. Step aside, right side, up off the glass, no good. Cedric Crutchfield with the rebound. He's going to outlet. He'll bring it across the timeline to Bray. Bray to Bakalarski. Bray will bring it back out to the Bulldog and reset the offense for the Lights. And they look to about 13 on the shot clock.
Very deliberate on offense.
And they get it over to Hughes on the left side, working on Cooper Kidgel. Back over to Dunsmore. Dunsmore right back to Hughes. Hughes with the running layup as he gets it to drop. Tough one because it was good defense. Just a better shot.
Face. Haverfield right there as he hits the soft floater right over top.
Achenbach with the basketball as he gets into the lane. Goes up left hand, and Crutchfield knocks it, but right back to Haverfield. Puts it up. Haverfield goes, misses. Crutchfield with the rebound as they get it to Hughes, who gets it across the timeline. And it looks like they're going to get DeRocher on the foul.
Hughes on the ground on the drive. Just gets the contact.
Troy Scott and Boone check in. DeRocher and Haverfield check out. 7:19 left in the half here on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Northern leads 23-20. The inbound gets knocked away, but Dunsmore's able to save it.
And Dunsmore saves it off of Troy Scott. Bounces off of Troy Scott onto Dunsmore, who's standing out of bounds. So what a hustle play there on both sides. Troy Scott tipping that away on the inbound. Dunsmore flying out of bounds to save it.
Achenbach with the basketball as he works his way down the left side. Gets into the corner as he hands it off to Boone. Boone gets into the paint, the up under, no good. Crutchfield another rebound. Hits the outlet. And they're playing just against a taller team right now. McCadney with the basketball as he takes down the left side. McCadney back over to the right side to Bakalarski. Bakalarski is working on Troy Scott. Then the handoff to Dunsmore to McCadney. McCadney for three, no good. They're going to get Crutchfield for over the back. Burkhardt just did a good job of boxing him out there.
Yeah, Burkhardt does a great job of staying in position on that block. Not as easy as it sounds on those offensive boards.
So with 6:43 left in the half in the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, Northern leads 23-20. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Ram is built Montana tough. From fishing on the Big Hole, hauling livestock, hunting on the Divide, or traveling to local sporting events, Mile High Motors can outfit you. It's not what's claimed, it's what's proven. Check out the miles per gallon, length of powertrain warranty, and horsepower. Only Ram delivers this kind of muscle. That will thin out the herd real quick. Get a better truck, better deal. But you better hurry. Guts, glory, Ram. Mile High Motors, putting Ram dreams in driveways.
Hi, this is Diane Pelletier. I would like to tell you about Nutrisource dog food. About a year ago or so, we got a cute poodle from the animal shelter. She had a bad coat and stomach problems. I was at Lakeland Feeds for her open house, and they recommended we try Nutrisource dog food. Our poodle did great, so we started feeding the same to our 8-year-old.
10 seconds.
After 4 months on Nutrisource, our dogs were healthier than they have ever been. I would recommend Nutrisource for your dog. Stop by Lakeland Feed and Supply and grab a free sample and find out more.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Stroud Gymnasium. Thank you for joining us out there in Havre at QX 92.5 FM. 6:43 left in the half. Lights with the 23-20 lead. Western with the basketball. They inbound as they get it into Achenbach. Achenbach's going to bring it up and across the timeline as he works his way into the key to Burkhart. Burkhart looking for an open, willing shooter, and Kidgel gets in there, puts it up. He's hacked in the act. I think it's on Bakalarski. Nope, McCadney.
And that is Kidgel's bread and butter.
Yes, it is.
If he can cut to get in the middle of the key or drive on you, he's going to go in there, drive that contact for the finish.
McCadney's first, 5th team foul. Kidgel knocks down the freebie to make it 23-21. So far, a pretty good game plan on a low-scoring affair at this point. Kidgel puts it up, drops it down.
And here comes Kamari Burnside, our first sighting of a 6-foot freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Desert Oasis High School. Even sounds like a cool high school. The Desert Oasis.
Yeah.
Burnside to about free throw line. And he's going to get... did they get Burnside on that one? Yep.
Yeah, it was Burnside on the handoff. I think he tried to hand off and bump into the defensive player.
Got him pulled.
And he gets pulled right out of the game, but...
it looks like a load. I mean,
yeah,
as far as
no lack of quickness with him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be a good one there for Northern as a freshman. By way of Las Vegas. He's probably cold.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a different atmosphere there.
Achenbach into the corner. Back up to Achenbach as he dribble drives, gets in with the left hand, puts it up. They're going to call him for a travel first. So DeRocher will check in. Achenbach checks out. 23-22, Northern with the lead and the basketball. They'll bring it up with 5:50 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. McCadney will bring it across the timelines. He works on Cedric Boone. Switches off, and now he has Troy Scott. Then to get it down low to Bay, Kayvon Bay. He has good soft hands.
Yeah, and he's just too big with that matchup. Getting the guard switched onto him is clockwork for him. Nice, easy layup from Bay.
Troy Scott to Kidgel. Kidgel into the paint. Then he kicks it out to DeRocher. DeRocher looking to get it over to Burkhart. Burkhart to Boone. Boone back out up top as he gets to DeRocher. DeRocher looking for an opening as he gets to Kidgel with 5 on the shot clock. Kidgel with the turnaround, duck under, and called for the travel.
And Northern was just on top of that defensive possession. You see they're trying to get the on-ball screens, but Northern's just playing so good on those, and then they're not letting you pass out of it, so they're not helping at all.
Kidgel is a stylish man with the black leggings, with the red socks, sweet basketball shoes.
Coupe, too.
I like it. Oh, Troy gets the block, but they're going to call body. Bakalarski is going to go to the charity stripe.
And that one got the crowd excited. Troy Scott coming in, getting contact on the drive, and pretty easy call for the refs there.
Carter Kearns ready to check in. Bakalarski to the charity stripe. Makes the first. That'll make it 26-22. Kidgel checks out. Kearns checks in. Burkhart checks out. Payne checks in. 4:52 left. 26-22. One more freebie for Bakalarski. 27-22. Cedric Boone brings it up and across the timeline. He looks over to the left side to Burkhart. Stolen away. And back the other way is Bakalarski. It's into the corner and out of bounds. Just trying to get it to McCadney, I believe.
And a really high dribble from McCadney, trying to go to that corner and just set up the offense. Loses it out of bounds.
So it looks like they're...
Ball.
Oh, they had to go get the basketball.
Took a bad bounce.
So the inbound goes into Boone. Boone's going to bring it up and across the timeline. Over into the left elbow to Troy Scott. Troy Scott down the right side. Hand off to Burkhart. Back out up top to DeRocher to Boone. Boone's going to dribble. Get it just in and take a shot just inside the three. Probably about, 20-footer maybe?
In between the legs, pull up with the left hand there. Great shot from Cedric Boone. I don't know how you got that one.
Yeah. 27-25, 4:04 left. McCadney with the basketball as he works it on the right, down the left side. As he gets to Fawns to McCadney. McCadney back out up top to Bakalarski. Bakalarski drains the triple. And Northern leads 30-25.
A great set shooter. Bakalarski's been on fire these last 3 games. I think 23-point game and a 20-point.
Kearns with a good closeout, just a little bit too late. And then back out up top as they get the ball to Kearns. I like what we've seen out of Kearns lately as they get it back to Boone. Boone with the basketball and 7 on the shot clock. He's going to skin it, take it to the right side, goes up, under, tries to kick it out. Picked up by Bakalarski. Bakalarski to the left elbow as he brings it back out up top, and they reset the offense for Northern. MSU-Northern with the basketball in the lead. 3:08 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, 30-25 lights. McCadney over to the left side as he gets it into the hands of Bray. Bray back to McCadney. McCadney into the paint and hits up on the fade fire.
And he just seems to hover there right in the middle of the key. Great job of just getting that vertical and then keeping the body.
Boone brings it up across the timeline. Gives it over to the left side to Scott. Into the corner to DeRocher. Back to Scott. Back up top to Kearns. Kearns pulls the string on a triple. No good. Goes out of bounds and it'll be Northern basketball. 2:32 left, and it looks like some wholesale changes for Northern as Haverfield and Kidgel step back in for Western. Looks like Kearns and Payne step out for the Bulldogs.
Adam Hughes and Dunsmore coming in for MSU-Northern.
So Hughes is going to bring it up and across the timeline. Back over to the left side as they get it up to Dunsmore. Dunsmore to Bakalarski. Bakalarski to McCadney. McCadney to Hughes. Hughes back to McCadney. Into the corner to Bakalarski for 3. It's up and good. And they just find a good way to get them open, too.
Yeah, this team does a great job of getting that ball bouncing around the whole outside of the wing. They just bounce it around. If you make one mistake, they're going to get open.
That was like a pinball double screen that opened him on the corner. DeRocher to Haverfield. Haverfield up top to Scott. Scott for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Kayvon Bay. Bay's going to hand it off to Bakalarski. He'll bring it across the timeline for Northern. They'll work it over to the left side. They'll get a screen from Dunsmore. Stays behind Dunsmore, goes the other way, back to McCadney. McCadney working on Haverfield, gets into the paint, goes up right hand, gets the hoop and the arm. Kind of a continuation there a little bit.
McCadney, yeah, he got foul on the drive, but he's so long, so fast. Uses that good touch right through the middle of the key, lays it up for the and one layup.
Like I said, it's definitely quickness because he was kind of skipping there and then just hit that second gear. Got around Haverfield just enough to get the hoop and the arm. Shots up and good. 38-25 with 1:29 left in the half on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Achenbach gets it over to Haverfield. Haverfield gets to Troy Scott, down low to Kidgel. Kidgel puts it up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Bakalarski. Bakalarski's going to bring it up and across the timeline as he works it back up top and hands off to Hughes. Adam Hughes with the basketballs. They're pretty deliberate right now with it, with the 13-point lead. As he looks over in the corner to McCadney, down low to Kayvon Bay, who somehow just puts it up and gets it to go.
Throws up a prayer, had Colin Achenbach on him and tried to get the mismatch and makes a tough shot though.
Scott for 3, back iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hughes. McCadney back the other way, gets it knocked away by Achenbach, but unfortunately right in the hands of Kayvon Bay and back up top to Bakalarski. Bakalarski with 18 on the shot clock, looks the coach for the call. And they spread it out as they get it to Hughes on the right side, back to Bakalarski, over to the left elbow to McCadney, back out up top to Hughes. Hughes takes down the right side as he hands it off to Bakalarski. Bakalarski on the drive to Kayvon Bay. Bay gets it to go, and he's got a soft touch on the shot.
Kayvon Bay feeling good right now on the offensive end.
42-25 as Northern's kind of pulled away. Boone just whacked, step back onto the three. Bakalarski with the rebound. Last second kind of throws it up, not even sure if it was good if it went. But after 1/2 of play on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, it's the Montana State University Northern, MSU-Northern, 42, Western 25. We'll be back in 3 minutes for the Papa T's halftime show. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
The water in our homes. Oh, what we do with that water. We drink it, play in it, make coffee, tea, lemonade with it. Boil, poach, simmer, ice. For cocktails, mocktails, blanching, and boo-boos. Skin, hair, clothes, they all crave water too. Make it clean.
All right, we're through the ads twice.
Yay!
Yay! I won't have to hear about it. 406-782-2400. Culligan Water, pure and simple. When you're hungry, it's time to think Stage Line Pizza. Total pizza pleaser. Call 683-9004 for taste-tempting, pizza-licious, fantastic, incredibly delicious Stage Line Pizza. Home or office delivery starting at 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether it's lunch or dinner, Stage Line can deliver. Try one of their traditional favorites or one of their great specialty pizzas. Call today to find out about their nightly special. Stage Line has dine-in, take-out, or all-day delivery. 683-9004. Vans IGA has the IGA promise. A warm welcome and friendly, knowledgeable associates, great service and quick response to your special request. Locally owned by people you can trust, Vans IGA is at the heart of your community. Vans IGA cares about the Dillon community. They sponsor local sporting events and local activities. Vans IGA's commitment to community makes it a great place to shop. Vans IGA, Dillon's locally owned store. Vans IGA is hometown proud.
Did you know the reason why our nose gets runny when you are crying is because the tears from your eyes drain into your nose? Some people sneeze if they have a light shined into their eyes. It's impossible to sneeze with your eyes open. Each of your eyelashes has a lifespan of approximately 5 months. On average, you blink 17 times in a minute, or 5.2 million times in a year. The most common injury caused by cosmetics to the eye is a mascara wand. Eyes are your most precious gift. Care for them properly. Doctors Douglas and John Krager, your vision source.
1 minute.
Hi, this is Andy Bartolome, new owner of Big Time Sportswear and Design. Stop by to find out about our custom design, screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items for your business, school, and events. Big Time has retail clothing, Letterman's jackets, and we carry all high school and middle school fan apparel for the Bears, Panthers, Falcons, Cougars, and Beavers. Big Time Sportswear and Design, 20 East Glendale, 683-2889. Hope to see you soon.
In life, there are typically 3 types of dreamers. Those who want success to happen, those who wish it would happen, and then there are those who wake up every morning and make it happen. At the Bank of Commerce, we understand the hard work, determination.
10 seconds.
Make your dreams come true. That's why we're with you every step of the way. The Bank of Commerce, helping you achieve your dreams. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Stroud Gymnasium. University of Montana Western trails Northern 42-25, and welcome to the Papa T's halftime show, home of the world-famous taco pizza. I'll tell you what, the taco pizza with their taco sauce and ranch is pretty top shelf.
Yeah, and if you get a whole one, it'll feed you for about a week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and the slices are perfect, but yet large.
Yep.
So they do a great job down at Papa T's. So if you're looking for food, family, and fun, go on down to Papa T's. Pickford joined us out there in Havre as well at QX 92.5 FM. Really seen, like we were talking about at the break, a lot of mismatch on the switches. Kayvon Bay really has found himself in a favorable spot quite a few times as he leads all scorers with 15 as well. To top that off, he has 5. He has 15 points in 13 minutes.
Wow.
So that's really helping. I mean, this was a pretty close fought battle. And then Western all of a sudden went kind of cold, so to speak. And then score's been tied 4 times, lead changed 7 times. But at this point right now, it's 42-25, and Northern leads. What do you have for stats for us, Sage?
For MSU-Northern, looks like coming up first, Cedric Crutchfield has 7 rebounds, also a block to go along with it, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists for Masio McCadney, who's had a great game. Colin Bakalarski has 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals on 17 minutes of play. 3 points and a rebound for Devin Bray, only 1 3-pointer for him. 5 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, and a steal for Adam Hughes, who's playing on what looks to be like a hurt wheel, but playing great on that. And like you said, Kayvon Bay, 15 points, 5 rebounds on 13 minutes of play, playing a great game inside.
7-7 shooting, too.
Wow. Hasn't missed a free throw either. Really a big help on the boards. 17-28 is what they shot in the first half, 60%. 4 of 10 from the 3, so shooting 60 and 40, never a bad day. And 100% from the free throw line, 4 for 4. On the other side of things, Montana Western, 12 points for Cedric Boone. He has 1 rebound and an assist on 17 minutes of play. He's only missed 1 3, 4 of 5. 5 points and 1 rebound for Tanner Haverfield. A rebound for Colin Achenbach. He also has an assist. 5 points, 2 assists, 1 steal for Cooper Kidgel, always productive. 2 rebounds for Troy Scott, and 3 points for Derek DeRocher, knocking down the deep 3. Jacob Payne also got in there for 7 minutes, playing some good interior D. 8 of 26 from the field, just 6 of 13 from the 3, so 30% from the field, 46% from the 3-point line. They shot 3 of 5. And another thing we were talking about in the break, 6 of your 8 buckets in the first half from the 3-point line. That means you're shooting 2 of 13 is what it was from the field. So that probably has, the size difference. Probably it plays a big part in that.
Big time.
You just can't get inside on this team right now. Montana Western having a tough time. Really the only way they've done it is a pass, and they've only been in there once or twice. They just can't get off the drive. That's why you see people like Cedric Boone hitting those threes, many of which were contested. So,
well, I don't think you can give up on that inside game. Really, that's what they did is once they kind of shut down that inside game, that's when we started missing a few more of those threes, even though you can't. 6 of 13 is fantastic. But to reestablish that, I think you're going to have to get more drives into the bucket, a little more setup, get them a little bit in foul trouble. I mean, they're bringing in waves of big men. I think we both said it. I mean, Crutchfield, I'm not sure why he's not on the floor more, to be honest with you. And then they bring Fonz in. He's 6'6", Dunmore's 6'6", Bay's 6'5", seems taller. Bakalarski's a pretty tall 6'3" that also handles the basketball. So they just come in waves at you. And so that's definitely something. Got to get a few more stops. Seems like defensively we're doing okay, but a lot of mismatch on switch is really what hurt us, it seemed like.
Yeah, that's exactly right. If you're switching those on balls, it's going to hurt you if you have a player, one of your guards guarding a player like Bay.
Yeah, so 42-25 here at halftime. We'll take a quick timeout, let you get up and stretch it out before we get to hopefully what will be a second half that's extremely exciting. So we'll take about a 4-minute break here, and then we'll get you back to live action from the Stroud. Western Trails 42-25. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
Ari Miller & Sons knows that your land depends on solid understanding of water and dirt. At Ari Miller, this understanding is fundamental to their work as they take on your vision and make it a reality. They are able to handle personalized residential work to large commercial projects. If you're looking for an excavating firm with integrity, ingenuity, and experience, call R.E. Miller & Sons, 683-2175.
Yeah, that's true.
Winter sports season is here again, and that means boys and girls basketball at BCHS and UM Western, and wrestling at the high school. There are a lot of sporting events going on, so get out there and support your local team. It means a lot to them and their coaches. Don't forget the middle school. Those kids need your support as well. So take in some sports this winter, and remember, LS Ready Mix for all your concrete needs, 683-2101. When you're in pain and need treatment, physical therapy at Barrett Hospital and Healthcare is here for you. Our goal is to resolve your injuries or pain, not just cover it up. Physical therapy can help relieve pain, strengthen muscles, and improve your quality of life. In some cases, physical therapy can eliminate the need for surgery. Don't spend another moment in pain or dealing with an unresolved injury. Call the physical therapy team at 406-683-1188 to make an appointment today.
Sometimes the first of the month can seem overwhelming with all your bills coming due at the same time. Wouldn't it be nice to cut your mortgage payment in half and pay every 2 weeks when you get your paycheck? The bi-weekly repayment loan from Pioneer Federal Savings and Loan allows you to do just that. In addition to easing the first of the month burden, you can pay your mortgage off sooner. Stop in and see our experienced loan staff to discuss how the bi-weekly repayment loan could be right for you. Let Pioneer Federal bring your mortgage home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 704467.
Taylor Realty, your homegrown real estate company for southwestern Montana and Dillon. If you're looking for your dream property, you'll find a wide range of properties from the Centennial Valley to the Big Hole, from Lima Peaks to the Pioneers. We are here to help you find the property you dream about. So for a great real estate experience, call Taylor Realty of 683-4316 or click on TaylorRealtyMT.com. Click or call, we do it all.
Growers, have you made your New Year's resolution? How about getting that old pivot back in shape? Revive that hydraulic machine with a new electric drive machine. Exercise your options with a new tower box or control panel from Valley. Call Pivots Plus at 683-4418 and we will work out the details. And that's a resolution you can keep. Valley, the leader in precision irrigation. Hi, this is Sandy Tyler with Carl Tyler's Beaverhead Motors. We've been serving people in the greater Dillon area for over 15 years, finding the right vehicle that fits their Montana.
1 minute.
It's not just about selling a vehicle, it's about providing an experience that is as seamless as possible. In fact, we've recently added a lifetime warranty program to better serve our customers through the lifetime of their vehicle ownership. Stop by today for our new Chevrolet Buick or GMC at 675 North Montana Street in Dillon, or check us out online at beaverheadmotors.com.
And last ad, Red Hot Buys to get you through this cold winter month. Red Hot Buys on furnace filters, buy 2, get 1 free. Red Hot Buys on LED lights, buy 1, get 1 free. And Red Hot Buys on bird seed to help those birds this winter. Buy 1, get 1 free, or 2 for $12. January's a good 10 seconds. Safety, get yourself a First Alert 10-year smoke alarm or carbon monoxide alarm. It's all at Standard Lumber, your helpful place to get you ready for this winter.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Stroud Gymnasium. University of Montana Western trails MSU-Northern 42-25. And get back in this in the second half. We'll have to have a lot more of that three-point shooting. But I think really the key is the key.
Yeah, I think if you can get in there, hopefully draw some contact, find a mismatch. Kidrell's been doing a great job of attacking that key, but he cannot be the only one.
Well, and I thought Boone had a great, really great first half. I looked to see two guys really light it up for me. I think Troy Scott and Kidgell both will have a great second half, and I look to see a lot more out of Haverfield as well. I think he was kind of getting the feel, and then, kind of worked out a little differently, but here in the second half, look for those players. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll get started for the second half. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
DQ fans, your hanger monster just got hanger managed with the DQ Hungry Up deal. A single, double, or triple burger with cheese, plus fries, and a mini blizzard treat, starting at just $4. 3 deals meant to satisfy any level of hunger, from hungry-ish to hungry to straight up hangry. Meet your new hanger management.
That's what I am from now on, hangry.
DQ, this is fan food, not fast food.
Hangry. Your hanger management.
Hi, this is Josh Taylor from Frontline Ag Solutions. We have a line of compact utility tractors that will fit all your needs from landscaping projects, plowing snow this winter, and anything in between. They start at 23 horsepower and go all the way up to 60.
Sort of like going up to the Civic Center in Butte. Just the brats up there make the trip worth it regardless of who's playing.
Yeah. Service department has that handled. Call or stop by Frontline Ag today to find out more or schedule a demo.
I can't find anybody to do it.
No, I mean, aren't they going to play here soon? I heard that.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard. Apparently they had some guy lined up over there to do the games, you know, but at the last second he backed out.
Huh.
So,
just to breast tissue. This in return can lead for a tentative monitoring. Thermography has been shown to...
Well, the worst of it is they're all on the same night. You know, Twin Bridges and Dillon, and they're all on the same night. So
that's true.
It's kind of hard. We're one radio station too short.
Yeah,
what are you cooking for dinner tonight? Are you like meeting people, running from meeting to meeting, picking up kids?
Well, Twin Bridges is 11-0.
Yeah,
I mean, they're no slouch this year.
He's got a talented
by heading down to Stone's most convenient store. The Mini Phillips 66.
Is the night
pick up your favorite bowl
right
to go. With
he's one of them.
You're sure to find something your whole family will love. It's all at the Mini Phillips 66, Stone's most convenient store.
Like a sophomore, junior.
Okay. And welcome back to live basketball action as we get to start second half here at the Strow. University of Montana Western going right to left on your dial. We'll start with the basketball. This is the hands of Boone. Boone gets it over to Haverfield. Haverfield with the handoff and gets to Edwards who started the second half. Haverfield to Boone. Boone with the drive down the left side. Gets it up, at least hacked by Crutchfield.
Going up with the left hand, doing a good job of putting that shoulder to the chest. Takes the contact, and he's going to the free throw line.
I like the call, but it was a tough one. I mean, it looked like he had a pretty good job there, but Boone brought it right to him just like we asked.
When you're having a tough time getting it into your bigs, that's what you need to do from the guard position is drive in there, try to get straight to the rim.
Shots up and no good by Boone.
I think one of the things you see with a lot of guards like Boone and even probably Bray and these other guards is they have so much touch they like to go straight to the floater. And it's easy to get away from going to the rim and drawing that contact instead of missing that jumper, you know.
But if you don't get it just right, it's also an easier ball to blow out.
That's exactly right. Got to figure the right decision to make.
That's why it's so fun to watch early in the NBA. Let's be honest, like Curry with his touch. McAdney to Bolarski. But Bakalarski misses for a change. Boone back the other way. He's going to go left side off the screen. Step back, threes up, back iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Bakalarski. He'll get it outlet over to Bray. Bray over into the corner to McAdney for three, no good. Boone with the rebound. Boone's going to bring it up as he gets to Kidgel. Kidgel with the basketball, working on Bakalarski. Step back as he gets it over to Boone. Boone goes on the drive, gets blocked this time by Crutchfield. The outlet hits to Bray. Bray brings it across the timeline down the right side into the corner to McAdney. McAdney's picked up by Edwards. Back over to the right side and bringing it back out front is Trey. Trey over to McAdney. McAdney gets it to Dunsmore. Dunsmore over to the left side to Bakalarski. Down low to Crutchfield. Crutchfield with the travel. Was actually a very good job of Burkhart just not getting ground on that, and that's what caused the travel.
He tried to tip it away on the pass in, didn't get the foul call, and then just kept his body right there in the right position. You're exactly right.
Boone with the basketball as he gets it up top to Burkhart. Burkhart over to Kidgel. Kidgel on the right side. Kidgel looking to Boone in the corner. Boone on the basketball. He'll bring it back out up top to Edwards. Edwards with the handoff to Haverfield. Haverfield gets in the paint, gets the seal, goes to the right side up off the glass and good for two. That'll make it 42-28, 18:05 left in the ball game on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. We get over to the right side to McAdney. McAdney back to the left, down the left side. Leaves Haverfield, but then the kick out goes to Dunsmore. Dunsmore down low to Crutchfield. Puts it up too strong. Kidgel with the rebound, so he gets it right into the paint. And they're going to get McAdney for cutting them off.
Kidgel, so smart in transition. Head up, looking to get it to one of his shooters. Just draws the foul instead.
Here's their dangerous player, in my opinion. Kayvon Bay. Yet to miss a shot. Edwards will inbound right next to us here. As he gets it into Boone. Boone gets it over to Kidgel. Kidgel back out up top to Haverfield. Fakes the shot, gets to Boone. Boone leaves the string on a deep three.
With a hand in his face, Devin Bray right there. But Boone just jab step, and he says, you know what, I think I'm going to hit this, and knocks down the 3-ball.
42-31 Northern. Northern with the basketball in the hands of Bray. Bray working on Boone as he gets it over to the right side of Dunsmore. Dunsmore looking into the paint to see if there's anything there. Nothing doing. Kicks it back out up top to Bray over to the left side to Bakalarski. Bakalarski with the basketball working on Kidgel. Goes down the left side and gets to Bay. Bay puts it up, his first miss. Kidgel with the rebound. Kidgel puts it up and across the timeline. Kidgel gets into the paint, goes up with the lean back, and the rebound's pulled down by Bay. Bay with the outlet to Bray. Bray brings it across the timeline over to Dunsmore, into the corner to Bakalarski. That's a tough call. It seemed like Haverfield was moving his feet with him. Must have got him on a reach.
Yeah, it must have been a reach right there. As soon as he caught it, I think Haverfield reached the hand up in there, and from that point when he started dribbling, they called the foul.
Well, you love it as a coach because he kept moving his feet, so they had to have called that early, that's for sure. So the inbound from Northern is underneath their bucket. He's going to go up top with it to Dunsmore. Dunsmore has soft hands, good receiving target on the inbound with his height and such. They bring it over to Hughes. He brings it down the right side as he gets by Edwards. Shot goes up no good, but I think they're going to get Edwards on the foul. See, I think you jinxed this when you said you didn't want to see a lot of whistles, because all of a sudden we have 5 in 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, both of these teams liked a fast break when they came out here at the beginning of the first. And that's fun basketball to watch, but I think Northern's noticing, you know, we got the size advantage. Why run? We could just try to get it inside.
Adam Hughes puts it up, drops it down. That'll make it 43-31. 16:30 left in the ball game on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. 3 team fouls for Northern, 2 for the Bulldogs. And with that shot, it'll make it 44-31. Lights. Boone will bring it up and across the timeline for the Bulldogs. He gets it over to Edwards. Edwards over to the left side to Burkhart. Burkhart looking for a little bit of space. He gets to Haverfield. Haverfield to Boone. Boone for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound gets knocked around into the hands of Bakalarski. He brings it across the timeline. He'll get it over to Dunsmore. Dunsmore over to the right side to Bray. Bray will bring it back out and restart the offense with 20 on the shot clock for the Northern Lights. They look for a screen away. And he's going to dribble on Boone, and then the kick out. Bay with the 3. No good. I'm guessing you take that every time, right?
Yeah, he didn't hesitate, so he must be a good enough three-point shooter that coach isn't worried about it.
Kidgel into the paint, goes up over Bakalarski, can't get it to go, a little too strong. Rebound pulled down by Dunsmore. Dunsmore over to Bray. Bray brings it across the timeline.
And Bray just taking his time on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've really slowed down compared to the first part of the first half. Bakalarski up to 3, no good. Burkhart with the rebound to Boone. Boone brings it up and across the timeline. He's going to get it right into the paint. Left hand up off the glass, good for 2. And Boone is just playing very well.
Yeah, the inside-out hesitation dribble that he has, where he can just kind of pick it up and pause time there for a second, and then goes right by you with the left hand.
Playing with a lot of confidence. Haverfield knocked it away, and it looks like Dunsmore just threw him down. Dunsmore gets a little bit of a roll backside and then straight up and down. Good reach by Haverfield. Got away with it maybe a little bit, but knocked it away. And then just got a big brush off. And Boone gets into the paint, puts it up. Back iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Hughes. Doesn't look like he's struggling with the ankle quite as much. So he hands it off to Bray. Bray's going to slow it down, bring it back out up top for the MSU-Northern Lights. They'll bring it to Bakalarski. Bakalarski to Bay. Kayvon Bay to Bakalarski, has to save it. Stepping on the line as he gets it back in. And so it looks like Payne and Scott will check in. Burkhart checks out, as does Edwards.
And Haverfield as well. And it looks like Troy Scott. You got Scott already?
Oh, there's only 4 on the floor.
Edwards is just coming down. He was just coming down to this end before I high-five him. Tricking us.
Back to Scott. Scott to Kidgel. Kidgel for 3, and he gets it to go. He's also played pretty well this half as well. 46-36, Northern with the lead. 14:05 left in the ball game. Adam Hughes with the basketball as he looks to work on Kidgel. Over to Bray. Bray to Hughes, back to Bray. Bray with the drive on Boone, gets around him, and up off the left side, off the glass, good for two.
And there's that defensive lineman putting the shoulder down and sliding right by Devin Bray.
Scott into the paint with the handoff, no good. Scott gets his own rebound, the nice dish down low to Payne. Nice look.
Good decision from Scott, getting the offensive board. He pump faked twice. Notice he had the size disadvantage. Throws a nice little easy pass over to Payne.
Payne goes up quick off the glass, good for two. Dunsmore over to the left side to Hughes. Hughes looking to get in the corner as he hands off to McCadney.
McCadney, they wanted the push off on McCadney, but then he gets it, drives down, drops it off to Bay, who's been lights out inside.
Good ball player. Scott gets into the paint. Turnaround shot goes up, no good. They're going to call Dunsmore on the foul.
And a little out of control right there with Scott on the drive, but he draws the foul. Good drive, trying to catch that speed over Dunsmore, the bigger defender.
So 12:57 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Northern leads 50-38. We'll be back in 1 minute.
A home is more than wood and nails. A house doesn't become a home until it becomes yours. High Peaks Federal Credit Union is excited to announce that we are now offering home loans. We provide loan options including FHA, USDA, and conventional. We are proud of a long tradition of helping meet all your financial needs. Every transaction is built on honesty, integrity, and respect. That's why High Peaks Federal Credit Union is the best choice for you. Contact us at 406-683-4373.
No, I don't think I
now offering certified seeds for cover crops, alfalfa, barley, winter and spring wheat. Call Kent today to find out more about East Bench Grain seed services. You know the great service East Bench Grain provides during harvest. Now you get the same great service during the planting season. You grow it, they ship 10 seconds here for you. East Bench Grain, from planting to harvest, they're there for you. Call Kent today at East Bench Grain, 683-5044.
And welcome back to live basketball action from the Stroud Gymnasium, Frontier Conference action. Here's the University of Montana Western trails Northern 50-38. 12:57 still left in this ball game. Thank you for joining us out there in Havre at QX 92.5 FM. And it's been a pretty exciting ball game. I mean, there's about 12 points that separates them, but both styles have changed a little bit. I like what we're seeing. Cedric Boone really taking over the offensive load here so far in the second half. Him and Kidgel, and then valuable minutes already from Scott as he's checked in as well.
Trey Edwards starting the second half as well, so you see a little bit of a lineup change here for Western.
Scott puts it up, drops it down, and both of us are big fans of Edwards just because of his defense. You'd like to see a little more on the offensive side, but hey, you can't force that either. It's just one of those things, and a very athletic young man. Shots up by Scott, no good. Bay with the rebound. Back the other way comes Northern. As they get the basketball into the hands of Hughes, who brings it across the timeline. He looks down the right side. Look to get it back out up top. That was cut off, so he gets it to Bray. Bray with the handoff to McCadney. Edwards is, you see, that's kind of one of the reasons I think Edwards is standing there. You can stay with McCadney. Dunsmore working on Scott. And just railroads Scott and then goes up off the glass. You saw the flailing elbow.
And Troy Scott trying to draw the charge.
Back to Edwards. Edwards out to Scott. Scott gets in the paint. Hits the hoop and the harm right back at him.
And they haven't called block or charge.
From behind. Oh, okay. They're getting the use on that. But it's on the floor?
Yeah, it looks like it's on the ground. Kind of an odd call. Thought, you know, you get a charge or blocking foul there, the way that Troy Scott went up for the layup. But I think they're going to call it on the defender that was behind Scott.
Okay. Well, it's definitely evident, I think, to all of us that Dunsmore got away with one down on the other side. Scott gets the ball, comes right at Dunsmore. If you know anything about Troy, he's going to do that all day. Backs down from no one. Great kid. And so he goes right at Dunsmore. Dunsmore falls down. Troy makes the shot. and they call Hughes for the push from behind. So Scott's on the line for the end one, and runs out.
And Payne getting in there on the rebound. They both grab it, get the jump ball. Going to give MSU-Northern possession.
52-41, and you love to have a fiery young man like Scott that can change the complexion of the game. He's a tough, hard-nosed young man, and he's going to give you everything he's got when he's on the floor. Hughes with the basketball as he hands it off to the freshly checked-in John Fons. They get it over to the right side and then back into the corner to Bay. Bay working on Payne. Back to Fons, up top to Muse, hand off to Bray. Bray tries to work it down low. It's picked off by Payne. Into the hands of Boone. Boone across the timeline. Boone's going to take it down the left side. Kick it back out up top to Payne. Payne for three, no good. Bray with the rebound as he works it up and across the timeline. Bray looks down the right side as he gets it back over to the middle and reset the offense for Northern. Definitely more deliberate here in the second half the whole time as well. So they get it to Hughes, Hughes to McCadney. McCadney picked up by Edwards. Edwards stays with them. And then a backdoor to Hughes. Someone lost their assignment on that one.
Assignment miss right there. Hughes wide open at the baseline cut.
Edwards doing a great job of really limiting McCadney. Shot goes up, no good. Boone able to get his own to Kidgel. Kidgel for three, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Hughes. It's funny, Hughes has got 2 or 3 boards just that way. Everyone's got a box out but him. Bay goes up off the left side, off the rebound, puts it up and good. They're working on a little bit of a run now as it's 56-41 Northern. Troy Scott with the basketball, gets into the paint, tries to get the pass back to, and then back the other way as Edwards hands off. And a good foul there. I mean, he had a clear cut to the deal, to the bucket. Edwards goes up strong, Bay misses. Bay will go to the charity stripe. Had an easy layup, so 10:40 left in the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Northern leads 56-41. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Hello, Southwest Montana. Melissa Croshaw from McDonald's here. And I am Karina Gorman from McDonald's. 2 of us here today because 2 for $5 is back. That's right, 2 for $5 is back. Quarter pounder, Big Mac, Filet-O-Fish, and 10-piece McNugget. Egg McMuffin or sausage egg McMuffin too. All 2 for $5. 2 for $5 is back. So get down to McDonald's and save some money today. At Butte, Deer Lodge, Dillon, Rocker, and Anaconda McDonald's. Locally owned and operated by us, the Gorman family. I'm loving it.
Most of the guys in
pneumatic irrigation systems are tough and dependable, just like the certified service staff at Intermountain Irrigation. When you need service, call Intermountain at 683-6571. They are there to help you every day and even available on weekends. Great service, 10 seconds. Intermountain Irrigation, including great service for all brands of irrigation systems. Intermountain Irrigation, there for you all year long.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Stroud Gymnasium. University of Montana Western trails MSU-Northern 56-41. Made a run and cut it all the way to about 9, and then the shots quit falling again.
Yeah, I think MSU-Northern this whole second half offensively have just been slowing it down, trying to run through their whole offense, no quick shots.
Well, and you said it earlier, I mean, they're just bringing in waves of height, taking advantage of more of a slow-down game and taking advantage of that height. I mean, even right now you have Bay in there, 6'5", who plays bigger than that, especially with the body on it. And then Joe Fons, a 6'6" junior out of Napa Valley Community College. He's out of Calistoga, California. Just wine country.
The matchups that Haverfield has had all night, 6'5", 6'6" Dunmore or Bay, who's, you know, pretty close in that same vicinity, and a 6'4", which is a generous 6'4" for Haverfield.
And he makes the first to make it 57-41 Lights. 10:40 left in the ball game on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Shots up and good. That'll push it out to a 17-point advantage for the Lights. Achenbach with the basketball as he brings it up and across the timeline. Haverfield up top. Works into the corner to DeRocher. DeRocher works it down low to Payne. Payne working on Bay, gets into the paint. Tries the turnaround, can't get it to go, kicks it out. Haverfield to track it down, almost gets it taken away. And he said last touch by Haberfield, so it'll be Northern basketball.
Bakalarski just playing in the passing lanes, getting the ball tipped around. Good hustle play from Haberfield, trying to get that back. That's going to be MSU-Northern basketball.
Hughes brings it up and across the timeline. He'll take down the left side as he works on Achenbach. Gets right in, takes up about a 16-footer, misses, but the rebound's going to be pulled down, thrown out, and picked off by Boone, who gets right in off the glass, off the right side.
Smooth in transition with the layup. Crosses over twice and then comes over two defenders with a tough layup.
Boone's not working on being hangry. He's going to get himself some Dairy Queen food if he keeps this up. Bakalarski with the basketball as he works it over to the right side. Once again, slowing it down. They've actually worked it past the, under 10 seconds, the last few shots they've taken. And once again, Bakalarski puts it up. Good job by Haberfield defensively. Gets knocked around, finally finds Achenbach. Achenbach to Boone. Boone for three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Bay. Kayvon Bay with the outlet to Hughes. Hughes is going to bring it up and across the timeline as he hands off to McCadney. Well, I should say McCadney's going to bring it across the timeline. He's working over on the left side as Edwards set the check back in. Coach liking what he saw out of Edwards defensively will bring him right back in. And they're looking to Bakalarski. Bakalarski with the basketball. He works it down low, stolen away by Payne. Payne to Boone. Boone will work it up and across the timeline to Achenbach. Achenbach's basketball, step back, dribble drive, off the right hand, up and good.
And finishes with the right hand. A left-handed player using a little step back dribble, makes a nice move straight to the rim with the right-handed layup for Colin Achenbach.
Lights with the timeout, 8:46 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Northern leads 58-45. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Judy Searing from Farmers Union Insurance. Our team is passionate about providing the best service to you and our community. Shelley, our property and casualty licensed CSR, is a local 4-H leader and a big supporter of FFA. You may see Kirsten, our Lights Out producer, volunteering at community events, working to build a better downtown. I'm a sports fan, so
10 seconds.
Beavers and the Dogs. Our team here at Farmers Union Insurance supports all things in Beaverhead County. Visit us at 108 South Washington or call 683-2365.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from Stroud Gymnasium. University of Montana Western trails 58-45. 8:46 left in the ball game. You have DeRocher, Edwards, Kidgel, Burkhart, and Scott on the floor for the Bulldogs. Lights with the basketball as they bring it up with Bray as he brings it across the timeline. Bray working on DeRochers. He works it over to the left side over to McCadney. McCadney back over to the right side to Bray. Back to McCadney. McCadney gets into the paint. Picked up. Kicked out to Bay. Bay for three. No good. Rebound knocked around. Picked up by Edwards. Edwards brings it across the timeline. Hands it off to Kidgel. Kidgel kind of with the mismatch. Gets it back. Kidgel gets into the paint, puts it up, gets it to go.
Has Devin Bray on him, the size a little bit different right there for Kidgel, and obviously he's going to take advantage of that.
So 58-47 Northern, 8 minutes now left in the ball game. Not quite yet the sprint to the finish, but you want to make some moves right now as you trail by 11. Way down low gets called for the charge. And if there's someone going to take a charge, it's usually Troy Scott.
And Troy Scott tried to take one earlier on Dunsmore. Now he's guarding Bay and does the same thing. Gets a couple shoulder bumps, takes that charge, draws the turnover.
Kayvon Bay checks out. Dunsmore checks in. 7:49 left as Edwards brings it up and across the timeline. Over to Kidgel, to Troy Scott. Troy Scott with the Kidgel hands off, goes in strong, up off the glass, no good. But he is hacked in the act, so he'll go to the charity stripe. And so I guess we did talk about it. I mean, going to the charity stripe would be a good thing for him. They found a way to do that. I don't know why you wouldn't want to attack the basketball more with Kidgel. He's such a good knife when it comes to getting in there.
Yeah, and it's going to stop the clock, give you a little bit more time, but you've got to hit the free ones if this is how they're going to come back.
I think they got Joe Fons on that, his second, 16 foul, which could play into a nice little effect there. Kidgel puts it up, drops it down, and the Bulldogs are within 10. 7:38 left in the ball game, 58-48 Lights on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Bray with the basketball. As he works down the right side, gets Dunsmore back over to the left side to Bakalarski. Bakalarski, and as Kidgel almost has the steal, they call him for the foul on McCadney.
Trying to steal it from the pass right there and just getting to the defender a little bit early, making contact. The ball was loose, but they called the foul.
So 58-48, 7:23 left. Gets it to about free throw and then pulls it back out. And then Bray looking to get it over to Dunsmore. Dunsmore hands off to Bakalarski. Bakalarski to McCadney. McCadney gets into the paint, puts it up left hand, high off the glass, gets it to drop, and it's good. 60-48. Lights with the lead. Boone with the basketball. Gets the screen around. Is picked up by Thon. Step back. Shot goes up and gets it to go. He's definitely feeling it tonight.
And there he is off the dribble, getting between the legs twice. Then he hits the shot right in his face. That's college basketball for you right there.
60-50. Northern with the lead. Back to the slowdown method as they get it over to Dunsmore. Dunsmore on the top, back to Bray up top, over to McCadney on the right side. Hands off to Bakalarski as he tries to get into the paint. He's picked up as they get it to Joe. Shot up. Good defense. Joe Fawn's just able to elevate over and get it to drop. Boone with the basketball. He gets right into the paint, goes up. They called it a block, looked like a foul, but either way, it's going to be back the other way with Bray. Bray with the basketball into the corner to McCadney. McCadney goes baseline, puts up the floater, no good. Rebound pulled away by Troy Scott. He gets it down low to Kidgel. Kidgel got the mismatch as he backs him down. And he gets it up on the runner, and no good, but he'll go to the charity stripe to shoot two. I think they want him to shoot it every time he has that mismatch.
Yeah, that's the same mismatch that he had last time he scored with Devin Bray guarding him, and goes all the way down to the block, hits a nice little hook, but draws the foul, and it bounces out.
5:49 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Bulldogs trail Northern 62-50. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Reach your peak with Ortho Rehab. Our highly trained physical therapy team, Kirk Van Slyke and Sheriff Harrison, work closely with their patients recovering after surgery or suffering from pain or injury. Whether you're a senior enjoying life to its fullest, a weekend warrior, or an elite athlete, Ortho Rehab will empower you to achieve your best through the benefits of physical therapy and sports medicine. Stop by 201 Southside Boulevard across from IGA or call us at 683-3675. Reach your peak with Ortho Rehab Physical Therapy.
This is Shane Pooh, your branch manager at Stockman Bank. Stockman Bank is celebrating 65 years of serving Montana communities. As Montana's largest privately owned bank, Stockman is proud to be your neighbor and looks forward to serving you for many more years to come. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking, member FDIC. 10 seconds.
Ingram with 9 dimes. Zubak with 8 and 5. Shoot to the big fella. Welcome back to live basketball action here from the Stroud. And I'm surprised Northern's got away from that interior game a little bit. I think you got to get it to the big fella a little bit. Do that in out as they're doing. They're kind of doing the cut and slash. I think Coach did a good did a good thing when he put Edwards out there defensively, because I've noticed less drives by McCadney at this point. Kidgel puts it up, drops it down. It'll make it 62-51.
I think you're exactly right about that. McCadney hasn't done near as much the second half driving. But, yeah, you saw Bay shoot a couple threes, and he'll probably get down in the post now that he's back in.
In and out, no good. Bakalarski with the rebound. He's going to bring it up himself and across the timeline. 5:40 left in the ball game on the Mountain Irrigation scoreboard. Bakalarski gets into the paint. Edwards all over him. The kick out, though, to Hughes. The three is up and good. A good defense, but just kind of let a shooter out there in the corner.
You can't go to sleep with a shooter like Hughes. Give him any room and he's going to hit it.
Shot goes up. No good by Edwards. But I think he's going to... Is it 3?
Looks like Dunsmore's who it was.
Yeah. And Edwards, brilliant. Didn't pull the trigger too much and then fires up 3. It's going to the charity stripe for 3. 65-51. These are 3 big ones here. Hopefully you can find a nope.
And not off the backboard. Kind of a hard free throw there.
Poor gentleman hasn't played a ton, so he's probably a little nervous. And then puts the second one, hits nothing but the bottom of the net. 65-52. Haverfield checks in, as does McCadney. So you got Edwards, Scott, Haverfield, Cooper Kidgel, and Cedric Boone. Up and no good. Last touch by Scott, so it'll be Northern basketball. Edwards is known a little bit more for his defense. And he's doing well at that. He's definitely playing excellent basketball defensively. Bringing it up and across the timeline. Oh! I'm not sure if they got Scott or Haverfield. I think they both redirected him. Could probably
Hughes.
call it an out.
Adam Hughes. We thought his ankle was
Kidgel on that one.
Hughes drove to the right, got by his defender, and drew the foul on the help. I thought must have been from Kidgel.
It looked like he got bounced both by Scott and Haverfield, and then Kidgel got called for the foul. Edwards checks out. DeRocher checks back in. 66-52.
And you really got to give it to Adam Hughes, the way that he's played in this game, definitely on an injury. You know, he has a sore ankle or whatever it is, but he has played hard, shot the ball well. He's even been in the paint multiple times.
You and I have talked about it. You're better off just leaving him out there so he doesn't lock up. Oh, what'd they get on that? Illegal screen?
Yeah, I think right off the handoff, Haverfield's trying to set a screen, but when Kidgel's already coming towards him, it doesn't give you enough time to stop as a screener, so you're still moving. That's going to be a player foul.
4:55 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. 67-52. The inbound goes into McCadney.
And Western pressing over half court now.
McCadney with the basketball. He's trying to take Edwards off the dribble. Edwards stays with him. Hands off to Hughes. Hughes goes up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Scott. Scott's going to bring it up and across the timeline. He hands off to Edwards. Edwards to Boone. Boone still working on Bray.
And Cedric Boone trying to go back to the basket. Anybody on Bray, they're going to try to take that size advantage, go back to the basket, and that time it works for Cedric Boone drawing the foul.
So Boone will go to the line shooting the 1-1. They trail by 15. So I'm guessing he throws. Boone.
Looks like they're still trying to figure out who the foul's on.
They recalled it. I thought they originally called it on Bray. Okay, there you go. So here's the first of the 1-1. I thought he missed, and I'm like, no one's rebounding. Shots up and good. Boone says, "Mother, may I have another?"
Jump shot has been falling for Cedric Boone today. Hits some tough shots. You just got to see it when he shoots off the dribble like that, double behind the back.
Yeah.
Someone in his face.
Shots up and good. 67-54, Northern with the lead and 4:27 left. Full court presentation by the Bulldogs as Hughes working on DeRocher. It's picked up by Boone and back the other way. He gets it over to the left side to Bray. Bray will bring it over to the right side as he gets it over to Hughes. Hughes to the free throw line to Dunsmore, gets pushed back out, and they're going to get Haverfield.
Haverfield, being on someone that's heavier than you like that, you're leaning all the time, and I think that's where they're going to get the foul here. Haverfield just leaning, trying to get that pressure on him.
That's Tanner's fourth. Edwards checks out. Kidgel checks in. Dunsmore to the charity stripe. Bulldogs with 17 fouls. Shots up and good by Dunsmore. That'll make it 68-54. 4:07 left in the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Yeah, you have 3 guards and 2 towers, so to speak. Dunsmore and Kayvon Bay. You got a Bay, a Bray, a Fry, and a Fonz. Shots up and no good by Boone.
And hard hit to the eye.
Haverfield with his 5th, I believe. That'll be Dunsmore that got hit in the eye. So
Haverfield showing his condolences. Didn't want to hit someone in the eye like that.
So Haverfield with the foul. I think he'd be okay. I mean, anytime you get hit in the eye like that.
Yeah, it's just, I think, you know, when you get hit really hard like that in the eye, you just can't keep it open for, you know, about 10 minutes after. And that's why they're probably going to have him come out right now.
James Fry, the 6'4" sophomore out of Stevensville, looks like he's going to check in for his first look at action. They're going to have Bay shoot, is that right?
Yeah, it sounds like Western's head coach, since he wasn't bleeding or, you know, actually had anything broken, he gets to choose who shoots the free throws.
And he went with Bay, who I think hasn't missed a free throw yet, but he got all other shooters out there.
Yeah, no kidding, you really don't have a lot of choices, maybe.
But I know Coach is right now. I wouldn't want to put Hughes up there.
Nope.
I guess you go with the big. That's the best shot you have at it, right? And he knocks down the first one.
Maybe this new number 30 that came in, James Fry.
I don't think you can pick from him, though.
Oh, maybe not.
He said it was
just,
4 remaining.
okay, yeah.
And I know Bray shoots pretty decent from the charity stripe. He missed the second, so good choice by Coach. Back the other way to Troy Scott. Troy Scott getting into the paint. Kick back out to Boone to DeRocher. DeRocher to Edwards. Edwards back to DeRocher. DeRocher for 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by Bay. Stolen away by Kidgel. It's up and good, and they're going to get Bray for the foul. Good hustle by Kidgel.
Yeah, smart play, heads-up play by Cooper Kidgel, coming down right there in transition, just running down and tipping the ball before they can even get going, and draws the foul directly after. It kind of looks like Larry Bird play.
Yes.
Right on the inbound there, he just gets the steal.
Well, speaking of play, we need a Reggie Miller play, like 9 points in, 11 seconds? Something of that magnitude?
Or the T-Mac, too. That'd be good.
Oh, yeah. That's taking over.
Yeah.
3:33 left. No good. Kidgel struggled a little bit from the charity stripe tonight, though. 70-56. You're going to need to really get the stops going right now as they get it to Bray. Bray brings it across the timeline as they slow down the offense. Edwards chasing Bray as he gets him to the right side. Back out to Kayvon Bay. Ball almost gets away, but it's in the hands of McCadney. Into the corner. Down low, shot goes up, no good. McCadney having a lot of problems with Edwards, though. As he gets it back out to McCadney, they're going to bring it back out and run some more clock. McCadney down the right side. Back over to the left, hands off to Hughes. Hughes tries to go down low. And the save, but last touch by the Bulldogs.
Good hustle by Hughes right there on the drive. Tried to kick it down to his big. And it gets tipped out. Somehow he still gets out there to save it back in, and then Troy Scott tips it out of bounds again. So a lot of tipped passes right there.
2:45 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Northern leads 70-56. We'll be back in 1 minute.
When it comes to maintaining your car, you need quality parts and service. And you can count on Napa, Dillon's locally owned auto parts store. Dillon Napa has everything you need. Your car, truck accessories, replacement parts, performance engine kits, heavy-duty parts for farm and ranch, and much more. Stop in and say hi to Brian and the crew at Napa of Dillon, your locally owned parts store. And with winter just around the corner, Napa has everything you'll need to winterize your automobile. Napa of Dillon, your know-how. Stop by and see the know-how guys at Napa.
I don't know what he majors in if he does or any of that.
What can State Farm offer you? A lot more than just car insurance. Hi, I'm State Farm agent Ted Ori. State Farm offers economical protection for all the things you need insured. Your home, your apartment, your life, your health, your business, even your recreational vehicle. State Farm offers the finest service your premium dollar can buy. So whether at home or on the 10 seconds, State Farm is there. Stop by at 24 South Idaho or call us at 683-2472 to discuss your insurance needs in that good neighbor State Farm way.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Stroud Gymnasium. 2:45 left in the ball game. Northern leads 70-56 and starting to run a little low on time.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And this is the lineup for Northern. They keep Bray, Hughes, and McCadney in, and that's just a tough guard set to pair against.
And then joined by Bakalarski, and then of course you got to keep a big in there, which is Fry, who's just a 6'4" sophomore. It's actually the smallest lineup they probably had all night as they work it around. It's knocked away by Scott. Oh.
Hey, shot clock.
And it looks like they're going to call him out because he tipped the ball, was out of bounds, came back in, and he was the first one to touch it again.
Would have there not been a shot clock violation then? They're talking it over, trying to figure out what happened, but they called Troy Scott out of bounds. So it was almost to where the shot clock was over as well. Whatever they're chatting about will determine whose basketball it is at this point.
I'm assuming probably Northern.
Basketball with about 2 seconds then? I mean,
yeah, it looks like they're going to put 1 second off.
So that's, I mean, 1 second technically gives you a catch and release. I mean, so if you're Northern, do you throw it down low and hope for a tip?
I think you get it to one of your shooters, Bakalarski, Hughes. And a tough shot. Hughes right there, right in the mid-range area, just catch and turn around.
I bet if you looked at that on a replay, you didn't get it off before the horn.
Very close. It was very close.
Either way, it counts here, 72-56. Kidgel gets into the paint, goes up and off the glass, gets the hoop and the harm. Kidgel's really done a great job here in the second half, trying to get it back. Really wish he would have hit a couple of those freebies, but he's playing his tail off. See a lot out of the two seniors, him and Troy Scott. Cedric Boone playing great all game. Really, they're down 14, so there's an inkling of a chance, but you got to get some stops. You got to hit the free throws.
Yeah, you're exactly right, those free throws, and I really like the way that Cooper's been pushing the offense. You know, when you drive like that, you open up things for your other players on your team.
Coop hits that to make it 72-59. Kid just sits down. We get our first look in a while, actually. Darian Garcia. I guess we saw him last home game. But Garcia is in. Edwards, Garcia, Achenbach, Boone, and Scott on the floor.
They're trying to press and get a steal here.
Good job, though, but they finally are able to break the press. Which is kind of funny, when they got it finally across, it was 18 seconds, so that'd be over at 10. I mean, I don't know, I wasn't a math major, but if it's a 30-second shot clock. And it goes up and almost a dunk by McCadney as he sets it in. 74-59. Probably going to need some quick threes or a drive and a foul. Kicks out to Achenbach, to Garcia. Garcia gets into the paint, kick out to Scott. Scott gets blocked, back out to Achenbach for three. Front iron no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down there by Bray, fouled by Edwards.
Great ball movement there for the Western on that offensive possession, just not getting the look they wanted and just moving the ball around, drive and kick offense. And Northern just doing a great job trying to contest everything they can.
Kidgel and DeRocher set the check back in. Bray to the charity stripe. Bray will shoot the 1-and-1 as we have just 9 team fouls. Next one is the double bonus.
Garcia checking out for Kidgel and came in for some defensive determination. They're doubling up on the full court drive.
And shots up. No good. Rebound pulled out by Kidgel. Kidgel tries to hit the outlet to Achenbach, and it's an unforced turnover.
Just threw it a little bit behind Achenbach, who was trying to get going in transition.
DeRocher and Kidgel step out, and you get Edwards and Garcia back in. It's kind of the offensive-defensive sub situation, and they foul right away to Dunsmore. Dunsmore will go to the charity stripe, but now it'll be a 2-point shot. Kidgel and DeRocher back in. Edwards, I'm guessing, and Garcia back out. Shots up and good.
Garcia and Edwards coming back out, and good to see DeRocher get to that three-point line here. Hopefully knock one down.
And Dunsmore again. Up and good.
Dunsmore's eye feeling better as he's hitting the free ones.
76-59. Kick out goes to DeRocher. DeRocher with the step back. They're going to call him for the travel.
And I didn't see that one enough to be able to call whether I thought it was travel or dribble.
I mean, not only is it a tough one to call, but it's even tougher to call when it's a 76-59 game at home. Northern unloading their bench, as we're going to see Kamari Burnside maybe for longer than 30 seconds. And then James Fry checks back in. McCadney checks out. So the inbound goes into Bray. Achenbach will be called for the reach.
Achenbach right up in their face right there trying to get a steal.
I guess I kind of feel like if he hits these two, you don't foul anymore. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
I think I agree with you on that.
1:08 left in the ball game. Northern's up 76-59. Bray to the charity stripe. Thank you for joining us out there in Havre. QX 92.5 FM. Northern definitely came back with the vengeance here. We beat them at home, which is not easy to win in the Armory. And they come in here and really sound basketball plan, really put it together. We came out all cylinders, and then next thing you know, they went to the all-big lineup. Shots up and good there. Kidgel, I believe.
I didn't see.
I know we had like 3 people in front of us, so that one was tough. So back to the charity stripe. It's going to be on Achenbach again, his second. Double bonus still. 78-61. 57 seconds left. And it's going to be the freshman on the line, Kamari. Shots up and good. No rush shown. Just reverse rotation, nothing but the bottom of the net. Splash.
Would have liked to see a little bit more out of Burnside myself.
Oh, up and no good.
Guard.
Kidgel with the rebound as he brings it across the timeline. Steps up, fires up the triple, no good. Burnside with the rebound. Gets it over to Bray. And they're going to get Achenbach with another foul.
Oh, very quick contact here in the fourth quarter.
43.6 left. 79-61. Bray will go to the charity stripe to shoot again. Shots up. Good.
And I think you were right about Bray's free throw shooting. It's pretty knocked down, not one you want to foul.
And kind of makes it look easy a little bit. And they get it over to Boone. Boone's going to go baseline, gets it up, under, left side, up, and good.
Good shot.
Boone didn't disappoint tonight, though.
His one-on-one game is so tough to stop if you got him by himself.
I'm saying that At this point, I'm not sure. I have to look at stats. I'm thinking we got a Bronx Nation member and then a Cedric Boone sighting as well, because Cedric Boone out of Minnetonka, Minnesota, Lake Region State College, did a heck of a job. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down and back the other way. Comes Achenbach over to Boone. Boone for three, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled by Bray. And that'll do it. So the Bulldogs fall 81-63. We'll be back in 2 minutes for the Papa T's post-game show. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Happy New Year to you. We would love to help you come into the good life. Let's start something new.
Thanks, Abigail. That's right. Diane, Doris, Gail, and I wish our entire community a happy, healthy, safe, and prosperous New Year. Come on in and let us help you get a good start. That's the Good Life, 2 South Montana Street
need one more.
in Dillon.
The old blank sheet again.
The holidays may be over, but that doesn't mean the shopping has to stop. The Rocky Mountain Supply Clothing Department has new arrivals for spring 2019 starting to arrive, and you don't want to miss out on these newest trends. From cute shirts, new jeans and jackets, and stylish boots and casual shoes, we have everything to keep you outfitted for the upcoming seasons. While you're in, make sure to check out our newest body care products. We have an all-new selection of candles, sugar scrubs, and bath bombs, as well as lotions, body butters, bath salts, and soaps. You can find it all here at Rocky Mountain Supply, your one-stop shop for all your clothing needs.
You know that Devers Excavation and Aquatics are proud supporters of the Dillon Beavers and Western Bulldogs. But did you know that they also support many youth and community programs? You know that Devers specializes in ponds, stream restoration, and waterfalls. But did you know that they are experts in irrigation products, foundations, septic, utilities, roads, and all other excavation contracting? Call Devers Excavation and Aquatics for all your excavating work and get to know Southwest Montana's professional excavating company. 683-3560.
What does last up to Montana Western students? It means getting an education without being burdened with debt. It means being thankful for the generosity of others in order to follow your dreams. It means paying it forward one day when you have the capacity to make a difference. Thank you for supporting scholarships, programs, and students at
10 seconds.
If you'd like to learn more about supporting Montana Western, contact Roxanne Engelant at 406-683-7